different agenda, different platform, but like I told her earlier when I reached out to her this morning, she comes from our community, so right now it's very important that we unite with each other because what 45 is doing in office, trying to separate us, is very important that we unite. So what's going on, Rosita?
What's up?
You know, matter of fact, let me put you on, let me turn the thing right quick. So this is Rosita. Rosita, I'm glad you're in the studio, and we're gonna be going on the radio. What made you come into the studio today?
Hold on, let me take these out because I'm hearing something else that he's playing in here.
All right.
Well, I came basically to support you as a friend, you know, and as a sister.
Right.
So, basically talk about some of the things
We're
that's
gonna talk
going
about
on
when
in
you
the world.
came and was my guest at speak at the schools.
Yes.
We went and gave back to the community, and you know some of the staff. I think you remember the VP, Shauna Swearington.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
So we're gonna be going live in a minute. So
Okay.
please tune in. 404-355-8699.
Hi, Johnny. We'll be going live in a couple of minutes, about 1-2 minutes.
You're gonna like my theme music.
Huh?
You're gonna like my theme song. It's gonna bring back memories. How music used to be, you know what I'm saying? You all might can't hear it, but on Real Talk with New Order, I play the old KRS One, the old school where, you know, I knew my neighbor. You know what I'm saying? You know, the violence was there, but it wasn't like, we got about 2 minutes. What's up, producer? I got the baddest producer in the land, in the country. His name is Chris.
Hi, Chris.
We gonna do this. And then, of course, we gonna talk about your show as well.
Okay.
You know, and you know, I just want to kind of bring her into the studio and explain, you know, what she's doing in the community. And also, we're gonna talk about the issues that's going on in this country, the ongoing protests of the NFL, what's going on, Facebook. Now, my question to you are, what you doing in the community? Rosie, I have 5,000 friends.
Uh-huh.
If we left the studio right now and say, let's go protest at Walmart, how many people coming? Hello? Better cut me off of that.
I don't know, because I know some soldiers too.
Okay, I'm messing with it. I'm just messing with it. We got to bring these soldiers together, man, because things is going on, man. It's just, it's amazing. You know, so we about to go live. What's going on, Jane? Call in 404-355-8699. That's 404-355-8699. To my New Order family across this country, it's not I, it's we. I got to give a shout out to my New Order family because, again, what makes a strong leader are the scenes that you don't see. You know what I'm saying, Rosita?
I can't hear you, honey.
You can't hear me?
No. I'm hearing like
Okay.
commercials in my ear.
Okay.
Now,
So
I can
when I
take
talk
this
to
off
you-
and you can...
Talk,
yeah.
okay. All right,
Yeah.
cool. All right. So make sure you got a good thing on.
What's up, y'all? This is your girl Rosita, aka Mississippi Superwoman. I am at Love860. What's this? WAEC Love860 AM.
Here we go. Take out this theme song. Get my music on, producer. I got a bump. To my spokesperson, I want to give Leonard Jones, my national co-host. He's not here. He's in Michigan right now.
Chris.
Paying his respect to his uncle passed away. Spokesman, I'm holding it down, bro, and much love. Everything will be all right. See you next Saturday. But we got this young lady filling in for you. Let me see if she know about this song that's coming up. I guarantee you gonna stop bumping that head. I told you. That's the
I wish
public
they
enemy.
could hear it.
What's up, 860 AM? This is Gerald Rose, president of New Order National Human Rights Organization. I'm in the studio with Miss Rosita Cooper, Miss Superwoman. I do have to give a shout out to my New Order family, it's not I, it's we, and to my national spokesperson, Mr. Leonard Jones. Unfortunately, he's in Michigan right now. His uncle passed away.
Okay, I'm sorry.
So we want to continue to bless him and his family. This lady I got into the studio, we go way back. She kind of reminded me of me as far as when I first got started. You know, and I'm still trying to figure out where I met you at. Maybe it's Facebook. That's the reason I use Facebook because of networking. All that other mess, you can have it.
Exactly.
But when it's coming down to networking and a black woman doing things in the community about positiveness, we had to unite.
Yes.
Go ahead and introduce yourself, Rosita, because you got a lot going on, girl.
Well, my name is Rosita Cooper. I am originally from Mississippi, Oxford, Mississippi.
I've been there, Rosita. Go ahead.
But I also claim Holly Springs. I grew up by Bahia, and I claim Memphis also. That's my home, too.
Okay.
But I'm here in Atlanta area.
Okay.
I've been here for 10 years, and I came here to do my music, but I ended up doing everything else I wanted to do.
What else?
I act, model.
Got your own radio show now.
Yes, sip on. And the catchphrase is a taste of everything because I like doing everything. So I like dealing with people that's doing a lot of different things. So sip on the taste of everything, you know.
Okay.
So, but yeah, I really enjoy being here. Okay. And I appreciate you having me here, Gerald, on your show.
You know what's funny is that I've been trying to reach out to one thing about me is that back in the past, we make mistakes.
Yes.
You know, sometimes we might have disagreements, but you know what? It's so much going on in our community is that, you know, anybody that I offended or anybody that I disrespected, I apologize because what 45 is doing in this country, you know, it's madness. You know, but my dad told me, he said, Gerald, this has been going on. Just the fact now it's called camera phone, social media, you know, and things like that. So I had to reach back out to you because you done came a long ways. Me and myself, you know, God has continued to bless me doing a lot of traveling. I just came back from Detroit about a couple weeks ago. But I've been seeing your progress. You done came along.
Thank
so
you.
as a black woman in this country, what made you want to get involved? And I'm going to say black because I'm speaking about us now.
Yeah.
I'm not leaving other people out. But you know what I'm saying?
Yes, but when you say get involved, you got to narrow it down.
When I say get involved, what made you get into like entertainment, singing, and probably started at church like Whitney Houston did?
No, I grew up in the church. My dad is a preacher. Was a preacher. He passed away.
Okay.
Rest in peace, Reverend Jesse Cooper. But my mom and dad, they used to sing. You know, go to different churches and sing. And so they was the Cooper singers in Holly Springs, Mississippi. And I grew up with the family that sings.
Okay.
You know.
And everybody came to the house for dinner, probably after church.
Yeah, my granddaddy would be playing the keyboard singing.
Okay.
My dad would be on the bass guitar, and you know,
the whole family, huh?
Everybody singing, and you know, that's how we do our holidays and stuff. So,
wow,
but
bringing back memories, man.
Yes,
that's how it used to be, man. Churches has changed, Rosie. This is real talk with New Order. I'm just gonna keep it real.
I feel as though, and I know I'm not on my show, but you feel still sip on something.
Right.
Okay, so I feel as though the ministers are afraid to speak deeply of what's really going on, what their Bible say. You know, they stick to certain topics. Almost every church that I visit, they talking about not committing adultery, you know, turn the other cheek and all of that. But at the same time, you're constantly hearing that over and over again. I've been hearing that since I was a little bitty girl.
Okay.
But what about, you know, Revelation?
Okay.
What goes deep into other things.
Preach,
and stuff,
girl.
you know, and I feel as though if they get more deeply into the other things that's in the Bible, then people will understand what's going on. You know, because we have to look at the ministers now to do what they're supposed to do, you know, and teach the young kids that's growing up now. And of course, they go to, you know, they don't hurt.
I'm glad you say young kids, because me personally, Rosita, what I do, like when I travel, when I see strangers, kids and stuff, I put them to the side. Hey, what you want to be when you grow up? Matter of fact, I just New Order is partnership with Brady Academic Preparatory School in Atlanta, where Judge Mathis spoke at. So I got to get you to come speak.
Okay.
You know, so it's very important because you don't know what's going on at home. There's
exactly.
There are kids that open up to say, "Well, Mr. Rose, there's no food in the refrigerator.
Yeah.
My dad is not home. What do I?
You know, I have a young guy that I call my son. You know, I have a lot of kids that I got. Yes.
Okay.
One of the kids that I mentor, because what I do is when I meet kids, I help them like reach goals and stuff. I teach them how to do interviews, resumes,
That's
you know,
what I'm talking
and that's how I
about.
met
How
you.
old is he?
Right now he is 22,
And when you
I
started,
talked to
how
him
old?
like a few months ago. He was like, "Mom, I got to send you a picture of your grandson,"
Wow.
and that feel good because I don't have any kids.
Okay.
So to have kids to call me mom, and you know, is really good, you know.
Okay.
And
Okay. So how old was you start mentoring him?
when I met him, he was like 17.
Okay. Okay.
And I noticed, I moved in an apartment complex, and I noticed that like 3 o'clock in the morning when I'm coming from an event, he was out just dancing, you know, and I mean like Chris Brown dancing, the boy cut up. And I was like, okay, it's something about him.
Right.
You know, so the apartment complex hired me.
Wow.
You know, and basically I had to throw the events for the kids and
Okay,
stuff.
okay.
So he always would have, it'd be 100 degrees outside, he would have like this hoodie thing over his head, walking with his head down. And I asked him one day, I was like, "What's wrong with you?" You know, he was like, "Nah." I said, "Yes, it is." You know, so when we got to talking,
Right.
his mother left him in Georgia in an apartment by
He left
himself. Yeah.
Wow.
So he was staying with one of his friends' mom took him in, you know, and so I was like, okay, I was doing the music and stuff, so I was like, okay, you ready for me to change your life? So I had him traveling with me, you know, dancing and stuff,
okay.
and he's, you know.
So basically what you did, you took him under your wing.
Yeah.
See, that's what I'm telling 860 AM is what you didn't know this young man. That's how you adopted a stranger.
Exactly.
Why are we not doing that 24? Me, I do that. It's like we're not uniting. We don't speak to each other. You know, when I was young, I knew my neighbor. Right now, it's like if you discipline somebody else's child, they upset. Why is it like that
and
these days?
It goes back to what they used to say back in the day. It take a village to raise a child. You
But
know,
we're not
even
doing
though
that.
I was bad and you know some of the, I still knew to dodge certain people, certain grown-ups.
Right.
You know,
'Cause you
because
get
they
your
gonna
butt
tell
in
my
trouble,
mama,
right.
yeah.
But
they
don't
gonna-
you agree with me that we're not doing that now? Our people's not really.
No,
for example-
and it's basically the grown-up fault.
Right.
It's the parents' fault.
That's
because
right.
when you let folks know, don't touch my child, you can't tell my child nothing. Okay. So if you constantly say that, when they doing something, or when you need to know something, when you really need to know something, then that person going to feel as though, okay, well, they told me to stay out their business. They told me not to tell their child anything.
It really is. There's no excuses because I know this is a new generation, but I'm not keep using that excuse because I remember back in the day you had single moms that raised kids and did not play.
Exactly.
But I do understand is that as parents, our rights has been taken as well because if you whoop your child, first thing the kid gonna say, "I'm calling children's services." But you know what? If we can't discipline our own kids,
Oh, I was bad like that.
I understand.
I used to have the child abuse line right beside the number beside the phone. My daddy said, "I'm gonna whoop your butt anyway," and you call them and tell them that I whooped your butt.
Right. But it ain't like that now.
Yeah.
What I'm saying, and then when our kids get in trouble, me personally, they're in the courtroom dressed out in blues in front of these judges. You know what I'm saying, Rosita? You know exactly what I'm talking about. It's sad when I think about. It's easy to fix the situation. Just the fact we got to come together to unite as a people.
Exactly. And the parents that I helped, one thing that was so good about the situation was not only was the joy the kids brought to me, because even though I was in Georgia by myself, like holidays and stuff, I would have a house full of kids because once they got finished with their parents, everybody would come to my house at the same time.
It was like that growing up.
Yes, and then I remember one situation to where a mother was looking for her daughter. because my organization is called My Brothers.
Okay.
But I'm going to change to My Brothers and Little Sisters because there are females in the gangs
I know you got a lot
too.
going. Are you currently got it as well right now?
I still, because they still, like my kids,
Okay.
they still call me and stuff, so I still help them,
Okay.
But I'm going to change to My Brothers and My Little Sisters because there are females in the gangs too.
Oh, yeah. Most
And like one lady come found me one day and she was like, my daughter has ran away, and they told me if anybody could find her, it would be Miss Rosita. Wow. And I made one phone call to one of the boys, and I was like, tell her to get her butt over here because her mom is looking for her. She came right over, So it was good things like that. The parents coming up to me thanking me because they didn't have time because they was working all the time. So it's so easy to help somebody else with their child,
That's the message. You know what? You all, again, call in at 404-355-8699. And we're talking about our future.
Yes.
It's very important that we continue to grab our kids. That's the message because, again, we had role models back in the day. It was called the name parents.
Yeah.
It wasn't athletes. I mean, we did like the athletes, but when you have kids, I'm role models, LeBron. There's nothing wrong with that, LeBron James, but things starts at home.
Yeah, because mine was Queen Latifah.
Right. But that mom and dad was really your role.
Exactly.
But see, me and you was both fortunate.
Yeah.
Was raised up in both parents. But see, that's not going on today, Rosie. That's why.
But
it's
and you
very
know what?
important.
It's still that's not an excuse for the children. For what's going on.
Right.
What's happening is there's so many people that's thinking about what I'm gonna say, not people, but grown-ups that thinking about themselves, thinking about trying to replace their ex or their baby father or their husband or their wife or baby mama and trying to be in a relationship to where they're thinking about themselves instead of thinking about the child. Back in the day, people can be single and still put their child first. Now, people run in the streets, and you got kids at the house, so the kids raising themselves.
You hit it right on the nose. I hear that all the time. You remember we used to go to the ombudsman school?
Yeah.
Speak. You hear that all the time. And that was back in what, 4 or 5 years? Well, we telling our age. You better chill out.
I'm 43.
That's what again, I'm in the studio with Rosita Cooper, entrepreneur, entertainer, acting, doing a lot of things in the community. Please call in at 404-355-8699. Outside a national number, please call in at 1-866-923-2860. Now, when I say the word voting, what's the first thing you think about when I say the word voting?
As far as with me, or
no, period.
I think about rights.
Okay. Do you think it's important to vote?
Yes, it's very important
now,
to vote.
we complain about.
But at the same time, like, if we didn't, okay, I'm going to say it like this right here. There wasn't a good option. You know what I'm saying? Back in the day,
okay.
You can listen. You want to hear what both sides had to say for the simple fact people came in, whether it was Republican or Democrat, it's like you want to hear what they're going to do. The last, thing when 45 came in, it's like, okay, I don't want to hear that mess. It was like two kids arguing. It was like two kids throwing rocks at each other. I did that to you. Now what you gonna do to me? I don't want to listen to that.
Continue to downgrade our women in this country as you being a female, even like during the time that he was running for office. You see how he was accused of doing this, doing that, or whatever. As you being a female, what did you thought about, man, this guy might be my president? What did you think about that?
No, he wouldn't. I never thought he was my president.
But he actually got in. What I'm saying is, did you think like, man, this guy could be my president, but he's down disrespecting women? I mean, what was your opinion on that?
I kind of already seen it coming because, if you read Revelation in the Bible, it speaks of all of this stuff. So, the thing is, don't nothing surprise me.
Right. I understand.
I'm like, okay, it's time for this and it's time for that because it spoke of it.
Right.
So this is going to happen, that's going to happen.
Right.
So
Right, I understand.
But if we don't stick together, and the thing is, it's a plan.
Right.
And the enemy planned for us to go against each other.
Right.
And if we don't stand up for something, like I said in our live video, if we don't stand up for something, we're going to fall for anything.
Right, right.
And that's what my daddy taught me when I was a little girl. You know, so
right.
stand up for what's right.
That's right.
And if everybody's standing up for what, not just for black, not just for white, not just for Asian or Indian, stand up for what's right. It doesn't matter what nationality, you know, race, creed, color, it doesn't matter. Just stand up for what's right. And when basically God made leaders, but he also made followers, and it's okay to be a follower. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? But when somebody's a leader like you, Gerald, you know, it's a lot of people waiting for their time to follow you. And just wait for the right time. You know, but a lot of people sit back and they got kids, they got families, they got jobs and stuff. So they're not going to like jump into some stuff on some petty mess. You get what I'm saying?
I'm glad you said that, because as a leader, but we just don't jump on anything, because it's the word called research.
Yeah.
Because one thing about my organization is that we don't go off emotions, we go off facts. Because if you're going off emotions, you're not going to get no results.
Exactly.
And a lot of people are frustrated. People just want to be seen.
Exactly.
Just want to get your name out there.
Exactly.
I got into this business to get results.
Exactly.
You know, and that's why.
And I've been seeing you get results,
Right,
especially when
Stuff
I was
that you don't even hear about on the news.
And see, I know because I was with your organization, New Order.
You're still with it.
Yeah, I'm still with New Order, but I'm not active like I was, because y'all had me a title like over Atlanta region thing, and I'm like, oh my God, I can't do this and do my other stuff too.
Do you remember Michael Johnson, the vice president back? You know, he passed away.
Yes, I heard
that. He passed
that.
away.
Yes, I heard
and
that.
one thing what we did. You remember the movie NWA before Eazy-E passed?
Yeah.
You remember how they broke up? And then they was going to get back together.
And then Eazy-E passed.
Yeah, so what happened was when God called Mike, I called the people that used to be in New Order. The ones probably have left. You know, 'cause we've been around for a while. We put everything down. And the old New Order, we went to the funeral, and it was like an NWA, like a reunion, because Mike was all about the community. You know, I mean, the last time I talked to him, Rosita, I was on my way to New Orleans. And our conversation was like, man, it's like you're the only one. I said, no, it ain't me. You know, that's fighting these issues. And
it's a lot. It's a lot, and they all over.
Right. So, again, we're going to go ahead and take a quick break right quick. This is Real Talk with New Order. I'm in the studio, and the lines usually be blowing up. I don't know if people are nervous, they scared, or what.
They must not know what I'm going to say.
I'm going to ask people to call in at 404-355-8699, and we're going to be right back. What's going on? Oh, that's that old school. Did you know about that?
Yeah, I know about that.
Call in, you all. We got people watching this video. And we're just going to continue to talk about the issues. Again, I have a guest in the studio. Again, I want to continue to pray for Leonard, my co-host. He's in Michigan right now, paying respect to his uncle. Oh, my God. That's memories, bro. Listeners, if you just can listen to this.
There's no way you can't let the listeners listen to your music?
Probably so.
Oh, they listening online.
Yeah.
I'm talking about for the live.
Not on Facebook, but they listen on the radio.
Okay.
Oh, man. That's what we grew up on, girl. The reason why me and Rosita bobbing our head in the studio is because they play.
I wish y'all could hear the music.
They in the jamming, huh? Old school.
Yes.
I'm about to get on your show as well.
Okay. My service keep going out and in.
It's probably because you're getting a bad signal.
Uh-huh.
Oh, okay. We're on a quick break. When we're going to come back, again, we're going to talk about some serious social issues that's going on. You remember the case in Chicago where they said a young lady said they walked into a freezer? Did you follow that case a little bit?
I don't feel as though that was her.
You didn't feel what now?
I don't feel as though she was already dead. That wasn't her walking into that freezer.
Okay, so we're going to talk about that a little bit.
Yeah.
And also, just different things.
Because it's one thing that I noticed. I ain't gonna say that.
What's that? We ain't live.
Because I like the investigation type stuff. I always wanted to be an investigator growing up, you know. So
Speak your mind.
I did my research stuff,
That's what
and
the show's
it's
about.
something that didn't nobody point out that I seen that,
For real?
you know, yeah.
Well, we can talk about it. This is what this show about.
No matter how much you edit a video, you cannot edit the mirror or window part.
Now you talking about the young lady in
somebody's
Chicago,
walking
right?
through. Yeah.
Okay.
When somebody's walking through.
Right.
Well, walking past.
Right.
Now, if you notice, when they walking down the hall, they walking side by side. But if you look in the glass, they walking past, it's like way from me to you.
Right. Right.
Mirrors and windows don't do that.
Right.
You would still be side by side.
Right.
That it was edited into that. That person was edited into that.
Right. We're going to give out a couple announcements. I know New Order, we got a march coming up in Cobb County next week. It's been a while since we marched in Cobb. So, Rose, if you're not doing nothing, we're going to have a march about all the social injustices going on, not just New Order, but we got several organizations that's coming. So I'm going to talk. She's looking at me like, whoa, hold on now.
Yeah, wait. I don't mind. Okay. You just going to push me on into this thing.
No, I'm not. Peer pressure.
You already know it's in my blood.
Right.
And so
Your dad looking down.
You just trying to push me.
Get your back foot.
But I never stop.
Right. What's up, Brandy in Chicago? What's going on? I met a couple homeboys earlier before we went on the show. A couple of young guys. Welcome back. This is Real Talk with New Order. This is Gerald Rose, president of New Order National Human Rights Organization. Again,
and I am
Rosita Cooper, who's in the studio with me. My national co-host, Leonard Jones, is away. He had a death in the family, and we want to pay our regards to him and his
going
family.
out to him and his family.
Right. Now, next Saturday,
yes,
it's showtime. New Order. First of all, I got to give a shout out to Stacey Hill for Confident Women.
Yes.
I don't know if you know her.
Yes, I know Stacey.
She the one that's having this march in Cobb County next Saturday.
No, okay.
Yeah, and I'm going to be one of the speakers. We have attorney Gerald Griggs. We have street groomers, Brother Haroon, Kiwada Moore, Action, All Action But Not Talk. What's going on, Charlene from Detroit? We're marching in Cobb County. And I've been, like I said, when I first moved to Georgia, I had the first march in Cobb County. And I remember Reverend James Orange and Reverend Larry said, Rose, I'm going to be honest with you. You know, we do a lot of stuff, but don't mess with them folks in Cobb County. Don't mess with them. I said, for what? Don't mess with them. I said, you know what? That's why I want to be there in Cobb County. And I remember back in 2001 when I led a march to the city council in Smyrna, I said, when next time you see New Order, you're going to see other organizations coming. And I'm just excited. Next week, from 1 to 2, from 12 to 1, we're going to assemble at the Cobb County Civic Center. And then when we get there, we're going to kneel.
I want you to meet Reverend Phillips. I can't think of his first name right now, but Reverend Phillips out in Griffin. He's
Where?
An active in
What's
Griffin.
in Griffin?
He's out in Griffin, and he's
very active.
Yes, he was active back in the day. He doesn't march with the,
She's
probably, I told him
school.
he probably know your dad.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, well, it's time to connect.
Yeah.
You know,
and
if you're not doing nothing Saturday, Rosita, you know, maybe you could tell you, or if you don't mind, announce it on your show. And you know, Stacy's doing great. Matter of fact, Stacy.
Yeah, Stacy wanted me to be a part of her thing when she was just getting started.
You remember that?
When she was just before it got started. When she was just getting started.
Okay.
But we both were so busy to whereas we couldn't really connect.
We're connected.
Yeah.
Matter of fact,
but see, that's how everything works. That's how God works.
Right.
Sometimes you got to go and do different things, and then when you come back, you're even more powerful because instead of just having one thing all together, you have big things separate, and then bring all of them together.
Right. Well, I'm looking forward to because there's a lot of stuff going on. Cobb, police continue to murder our people. As you know, this is National Police Brutality Weekend. I don't know if you know that, but a lot of people are out of town. Michael Brown, dad is in town talking to him because, you know, he lost his son. You know, on the outside looking in, it might affect you, but can you imagine that you get a phone call, you know, your son has been, I know you don't have no kids, but your son or your daughter just been considered killed by the police, you know. So
oh, I know what I would do.
Right. So this is the weekend that people are assembling here. I want to give a shout out to Miss Felicia Thomas because her son Nicholas Thomas was murdered. Her son was murdered by the Smyrna Police Department in Cobb County. So they're all in town. You know. So I told them I was going to give a shout out on the radio because there's a lot going on. So let's switch this to Chicago.
Okay.
As you know, they're not really talking about it that much because once the white media get done talking about the story, it's going to fade away. But deep down inside, we got to keep this young girl's story alive. Now, they said the young girl that walked into this freezer. This is real talk with New Order. What is your opinion? Off the air, you gave me your advice. What you think, on your perspective, you think would happen?
I think that she was led into the freezer and stuff. Number one, it was different people coming out saying that, oh, I'm sorry, they made me put her in the freezer.
I didn't hear. Are you serious?
Yeah, one of the friends. It was. Yeah, I've been following it deep.
No,
I used to miss sleep. I used to miss sleep sitting there like researching different
now,
things.
Now, when that happened, was they getting interviewed? Because that's a strong statement.
It's a guy that has stated, I didn't mean to choke her. We just wanted to rape her, and we not choke her, but we just wanted to rape her, but she like had a heart attack and fell unconscious. Okay, now if she's already unconscious, how did she walk into that freezer?
Wow, that's deep. You know, be honest, I've been talking to people in Chicago, and there's a guy, I don't know if you remember Peter Brown. He was a part of New Order.
The name.
People in Chicago think that she actually walked into the freezer alone and did this. That's what people saying at home in Chicago. I don't know. There's always two sides to a story. Just the fact that it's sad that we lost one of us again. Like when we lost Sandra.
Let me say this right here. That girl that was taking the pictures in the bathroom, in the restroom, she had like the cut up jeans, but on her jeans, it was open.
Okay.
The cuts was open. You know, the splits.
Right.
It was open. You could see her skin.
Right.
And she weighed about 100 pounds.
Okay.
You know, 90-something pounds, 100 pounds. She was skinny. The girl on the video was about my size.
Okay.
She was about size 12.
Right. So it was. So you're saying they
and that spot right there was closed.
Wow.
And I don't care how much the people that's trying to help solve the case, they're zooming in on the video, you cannot see that girl's face.
Right.
You cannot see the face.
Right.
But you can see different times of the video, like jumps, skips, you know what I'm saying?
It's so much going on, man. And then you got kids, man, that's committing crimes and kids losing their life. The ongoing bullying is still going on.
Yeah, I experienced. Oh my God, it's sad when grown people is doing it at a job.
You got bullying even on Facebook, social media bullying.
Yeah, exactly.
So you have grown
sad.
people. Wow.
It's sad. But the thing is, you know, the people that basically does a lot of bullying, you can tell that they wasn't the popular ones in school.
I got what you said.
You know, so now you feel as though you're going to pick on somebody else to make yourself feel good about yourself.
Right.
you know.
Right.
So people that has confidence and got other things to do, you know, don't have time to be bullying somebody else that they don't even know.
Right.
Or bullying somebody for no reason at all, period.
But you know what makes me mad? Because every day I'm deleting someone on Facebook. When we seeing videos us fighting each other, all this madness going on. But you want to show a video especially when you see a mom and a daughter fighting. I don't care how much my mom made me mad. You think I'm gonna have the nerve to hit my mom back in the day? First of all, I wouldn't even be here.
Yeah.
I'd be 6 inches underground.
Yeah, cause my mom, she'll pick up anything.
Right. So
she was sweet.
That,
she's sweet as I don't know what, but she just don't play like
no
that
sense,
for you
man.
to be raising your head. At
right,
her.
and then you see relationships, mother and daughters, like they sisters talking. I don't like that. I couldn't call my mom and dad by their first name.
I seen, you know, that challenge they have going on. Excuse me,
like don't even mention it.
It was a mother and a daughter did.
I seen, yeah. That's.
I was like, oh,
you know what?
My goodness, what is this world coming to? I couldn't dare
we talked about
sit there
that
with
last
my mom
week.
and do anything like that.
I had my chairwoman in the studio last week. Her name was Key, and we talked about that. And I think you met Key because she's been around for a while, and it's like, is this what we coming to? Our focus. That's why they don't take us serious, y'all. You know what I'm saying? So again, I can't believe we ain't got one phone call.
I know.
Wow. The lines usually be blowing up. I don't know if we're talking about the right subject, but you know what? When I got this entrepreneur, this lady in the studio that is, you know what? I think we might have a call that's in here doing things or whatever. I respect what you're doing. You know, so give some information about your show. Talk about, your show and when the next time. And
okay.
What y'all talk about.
My radio show is named Sip On. And I got that name from me being from Mississippi. You know, a lot of folks call me Miss
I hear
Sip.
the country accent.
Oh, yeah. That's right. And, so Sip On and A Taste of Everything is my phrase. And I am at WAEN. FM.com where you can listen to it live. Okay. And I'm on Fridays from 3 to 4. Okay. Might end up changing my time a little bit later, but right now from 3 to 4 on Fridays. Okay. So listen in, know.
Yeah, we all in this together.
Yeah, I do motivational, inspirational, basically everyday life and things that's going on. Yeah, I play gospel music.
Blow a tune right quick.
No.
They say I always put people on the spot.
No.
She said no.
Terry and them did me like that yesterday on his station.
Right.
No.
But I always try to put. I try, y'all, but she can blow, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Because if you're a singer, you can't be shy.
No, I'm not shy.
Okay.
I just
not feeling it.
I got to be in the.
But you don't know who's listening.
I got to be no.
You don't know who's listening. You don't know who's listening. Okay, I'm trying. Okay, she's not gonna do it, y'all. Okay, but let's go ahead and talk about the future. And where do you see? I know you're very, very spiritual, whatever. But me personally, I'm not gonna give up because once God called me, at least they can say that I tried to help someone.
Yeah.
But it's just so aggravating on. First of all, economics. Let's speak economics.
Yes.
A lot of this stuff can get fixed if we start redirecting our money. Tomorrow I have a business meeting with my national economic advisor. His name is Gerald Rose. Matter of fact, he's my second cousin.
Okay.
And he's all about black economics, but they're being effective. So I just think you can rally and protest all you want, Rosa, but if we don't start redirecting our money and be heard financially, that's why the NFL right now is panicking because of what's going on. They being effective. So a lot of this stuff will stop. But do you see that's happening today as far as, again, the unity? Because you remember the Dr. King and how he boycotted the buses in the 50s where it took over a year to just get his point across. We don't sacrifice as a people these days. I mean, we go out here and buy these Jordans and this and that and this.
Well, the thing is, every time somebody try to stand up for us, then a lot of people got negative things to say about it. And it's the people that he's the one that's standing up, the people he's standing up for is talking negative.
Rosetta, believe me, I go through it.
You get what I'm saying?
I go through it every
How
day.
can you talk negative about somebody that's standing up for you when you won't even stand up for yourself?
And then if you look like me, no, believe me, I'm gonna just set it straight.
You look like you part Asian.
You so sick. Wow, she just got off the subject. Be honest, I'm not worried about the other race. It's your own. When my house and church was put on fire, guess who did it with my dad? The people look like us.
Yeah.
I'm not even worried about them. It's the haters.
Exactly.
It's like what you're doing.
Mm-hmm.
You get it every day, don't you?
Yeah.
They don't want to see you progress. Am I right?
Yeah.
Why?
Because they hate. But the thing is, I feel as though it goes deeper than that. It goes all the way back to when they was a child. You know, and it's insecurities and stuff. And, you know, they didn't have that love and that attention and somebody to encourage them to do what they, and to love themselves. You know, so it's something that they want to be.
But you know
it's
what?
something that they want to do. And when they're not doing it and they see somebody else doing it or they see you looking like they want to look or they see you doing what they wish they could do, wish they can do it if they just get out and do it.
You know what I say? The haters motivate me.
Yeah,
I love it because it keeps me. You know what? That means I'm doing something, Rose. When you get hated on negativity, you're doing something. If ain't nobody talking about you, you ain't doing nothing. So keep doing it.
Then my grandmama told me when I was little.
My grandmama,
I said, look, this child did. Look. I was a little bitty girl. I remember I was 6, and me and my grandmama was sitting on the porch, and I said, Grandmama, why do people be talking about each other? She said, baby, let me tell you something. If they ain't talking about you, you ain't hear no nothing. She said, because they ain't gonna talk about nobody that ain't doing nothing.
Right. But you know, we're gonna take another quick break right quick.
Okay.
But keep getting hating on. I love that. I mean, you're doing something. Now, if I don't hear no hate, I mean, you ain't doing nothing. We're gonna take a quick break. Call in at 404-355-8699. You've been listening to Real Talk with New Order. We'll be right back.
Yes. I wish they could hear the music.
I love my haters. The more we grow. Let me give a shout out to my National Press Secretary, Ms. Tawana Graves. I'm going to tell you how God works. There's this lady, her girl, her daughter.
Pedro, Robert, Sammy, Kano, Tyrone.
Look at, she got a whole book over there.
Chris, Johnny, Willie. Hi.
This is young girl. Her child is in Emory, and her child is being medical kidnapped.
You said what?
Her child is being medical kidnapped. And we got a petition on Facebook. I'm going to show it to you. Hopefully you'll sign it. And someone that know Marvin Waymans, what's his name?
Waymans.
Seen it. And he's going to come on board to help us save this child. So see, when you're doing the real work, you're going to get blessed.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So you keep doing
what you're doing right anyway is always going to be, you know, so people come in to help. Because a lot of people feel as though, like what my dad has said, do what's right. Right. You know, stand up for what's right. And my daddy, you know, he was like one of the sharp stewards at his job over the union. You know, so of course,
I can tell you miss your dad. I can't imagine get that call, man. I mean, my dad is like this. I got that call from my mom in '89. Oh, man, my dad like.
I could tell you a story like when they said my dad had passed. My brother called me. My brother was like, "Okay, Zita, they got dad on the life support. The doctor said he passed, but you know, I told he was like, what should we do? Pull the plug." And my brother said,
"We got 1 minute. I'm sorry."
My brother said, "Well, we got a sister, you know, so let her come from Atlanta." Right. And when I got there, my dad was like, because he was fighting cancer. He was like in a zombie type mode where I couldn't even recognize him. Don't you know when he seen me, he started trying to talk and stuff. Wow. And he was trying to ask the doctor for some water.
Are you serious?
And he was like, and the doctor said,
hold that thought. Okay. No problem. Hey, we'll be free. That last hit, we be free. My producer in here jamming. Y'all might can't hear it on Facebook, but 860 AM, I got a
Yes.
bad producer. What's up, Chris? What's going on? We're back live on Real Talk with New Order, 860 AM. We have about 15 minutes left into the show. I've been interviewing Miss Rosita Cooper.
Hello.
Entrepreneur, entertainer, actress. Matter of fact, did you do something?
Model.
Okay, I know I forgot something. What else?
Director.
Got your
host,
own radio show. What else?
Screenplay writer, stage
Oh my
play
God.
writer.
Okay, all right. What's next?
I want to fly an airplane.
But on a serious tip, I really applaud this young lady. I remember, not when she first started, but I remember her dream, like she wanted to get involved, and now she's doing it, you know. So we kind of like on the same level. But I reached out to her and asked her to join me in the studio today, and such a late notice, that showed me that she's down for my people.
Yes.
You know, when you could drop everything, you know, and things like that. So we've been talking about things that's going on in this community. And again, let me give out another announcement event next Saturday from 12 to 1. Confident Women, the founder, Stacy Hill, we holding a rally and protest in Cobb County. I'll be one of the guest speakers. We had Mr. Attorney Gerald Rose, the Street Groomers, the Cobb County SCLC, the Nation of Islam, and we're going to unite. We ain't even talking about what religions you're practicing. We're talking about us as black people first, you know, and talk about what's going on. Things, the social justice of the ongoing thing that's happening to us in the community.
Yes.
You know, so Rosita, if you're not, if you are available, you know, you're welcome to come out or whatever, and just, you know, represent what you're doing, because anybody can be a victim.
Yes.
I always tell people, you know, that, you know, don't get, you know, you don't get involved. People don't get involved unless it hits home, and it come knocking at your door.
Yeah.
Because that's the cost that we get. That's
But
why
it's a lot of people don't realize it's already home.
That's right. That's right.
It's already home.
That's right.
We all family.
That's right.
You know, so
That's right.
when it knock on somebody else's door, it is knocking on your door.
Thank you.
Look at it like that's
Thank
your
you.
cousin, that's
Right.
your auntie.
Right.
You know, so we all family, so we need to help each other out. We need to
Right.
look out for each other.
Right. And I just want to give a shout out to my youth and outreach department, Shauna Winter, the VP, out feeding the homeless, not just on Thanksgiving, not just on Christmas. Our people are oppressed every day. If we leave this studio right now and go down Northside Drive headed to the Georgia Dome, you see all them homeless people?
Yes, and shout outs to Terrence Carter, that's always out feeding the homeless.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Now we might have some new listeners again.
Yes.
Who is Rosita Cooper?
Well, Rosita Cooper, country girl.
I hear the accent. Mississippi.
Mississippi.
I've been in your home. Matter of fact, not to cut you off, but we had a town hall meeting out from Mississippi.
Yeah.
And Tracy Williams, who lives in Mississippi, and I don't know if you knew this, but I'm gonna show you the article there where the police was ongoing setting up roadblocks there, and they were just stopping us. And I went down there and had a town hall meeting, had the chief of police, the mayor, and thing. It's the first time it ever happened, a town hall meeting in your hometown. You know what I'm saying? So I had them, you know, shaking for a minute, but once I departed, they went right back to where it's at. The momentum didn't stay there in Oxford. The question is why? And I know you haven't lived there in a while.
Yeah, but I'm going to say for as Mississippi people, we are very strong-minded. And we want what we want. We do what we want.
Okay.
You know, for the most part, we are very good people. You know, it's always some bad apples.
But they didn't have a
you know,
town hall meeting
but-
until we came. The question is why? I mean, I'm not afraid, Rosie. I'm just going to keep it straight. I know people are afraid, but I got grandkids, man.
Yeah.
It's bigger than me. It's bigger than New Orleans. The fact that someone stood up
Yeah.
for me. So when people like, oh, it ain't my kid or this, or I ain't worried about it. Why we got that attitude? Why?
And I told you, because people say, don't say nothing to my child. Don't touch my child. Don't say nothing. Even if people are lonely right today, you know, because they can't find a certain relationship or don't nobody want to be with them for the simple fact, the first thing you say, I don't want nobody to whoop my child. Well, I whoop kids. You know, it's simple as that. They bad and they need a spanking, I'm
No,
gonna spank them.
stereotype.
So if you a person that you want to be in a relationship with me, but you don't want me to discipline your child, then we can't be in a relationship because I'm not going to let a child run all over me. And see, that's the problem. Kids are running the households now. Kids say, I don't want to eat that. Back in the day, the parent cooking and said, oh, you're going to sit there until you eat it. You see what I'm saying?
You're right.
Now kids, teenagers, and folks still cooking for the kids. We learned how to cook when we was 8, 7, 6. You know what I'm saying? Standing up on stools and stuff cooking.
The first thing they do when they go home, they get on these games.
Yeah, but you got folks, a teenager, 15, 16, 17, they halfway grown because they finna get ready to go to college if they not already in college. And they don't know how to cook a meal. It's something wrong with that picture. Oh, I got to go home because my child hungry. That's grown. That baby almost grown. And that he going to constantly act like a child because you're treating him like a child. And then they want to ride the grown
My
folks around
sister always
here.
teased me and my brother because I can't cook. But I would survive.
But see, the thing is, you're a working man.
Right.
And see, it was a different back in the day, too. It was a lot of men that didn't cook, preferred not to learn how to cook, but then they was out there cutting the grass. They were doing the guy thing.
Right.
You know, now, a lot of men don't even do that.
Right.
Cut the grass. It's hot out there.
Especially you hear from a child.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. Basically what you're saying.
So how can you teach a child that what they supposed to be doing if they don't even see you doing it? If you don't even want to do it.
Lead by example.
Yeah.
You're
And,
right.
and it's sad that a lot of folks you will have a house full of teenagers, but then the grass needs to be cut.
I can tell you aggravated, Rosita.
You know, it's
you
sad
aggravated.
because the people are spoiling these kids. And the only thing you're doing is handicapping them. You're not hurting, you're not helping them, you're hurting them.
Right.
And when you sit back and allow them to do things that will help them in the future, then you would be helping them. Right now you're handicapping them. They're gonna be grown and don't have a clue.
Right.
Don't have a clue, and the world ain't gonna pamper them. The world gonna beat them down.
Producer, she hyped. She need to go ahead and blow that tune. Go blow that tune.
The world
Go ahead, Chris. She fired up now, boy.
Exactly. Yeah.
Oh yeah, right.
Exactly. My daddy taught me how to take the tie off the rim.
You probably know how to do an oil change, don't you?
I do know how to do an oil change.
Well, you from Mississippi country, you can do an oil change.
But see, I had a strong father too.
I got you.
You know what I'm saying? Even people that didn't have that father figure, that father at home, they still had that figure in their life.
I'm
you know,
right.
Women still, they had enough knowledge to take their kids around other men that can help them throughout life because they knew that they couldn't do it themselves. Yeah, women, we're born to be strong and stuff. Yeah, we're strong mentally, and a lot of us strong physically, but not as a man. You get what I'm saying? And the boys need the men. The young girls need the men in their lives too to tell them what to look out for, what you need to know.
Hold that thought.
Okay.
You talking some good stuff. Call in for. Matter of fact, how many people watching your video? Why they not calling and supporting you?
They like to listen to me talk.
404-355-8699. In the studio, I have Miss Rosita Cooper. We're talking about how it used to be, you know, and it's just sad we keep using excuses. Exactly. First of all, it's too late to use excuses.
Exactly.
You know, I know we always want to blame somebody else. I do, and I know what the overall problem is just the fact that, you know, within ourselves, our own community, it's starting to tighten up. It's ridiculous. It's time to tighten up and grab your kids. Even if you don't have kids your own, like you said, you don't have no kids, but you'll grab somebody else's kid.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That place where you came, where I was staying at the townhouses. Right. The lady next door, her daughter asked me, she said, I don't have a godmother. Will you be my godmother?
Now, where was this at?
This was in College Park. when I was
Okay.
staying over there.
Okay.
And she was like, I don't have a godmother. Will you be my? I was like, well, I gotta ask your mama, you know, but
Now,
I
you
don't
keep in
mind.
contact? Well, it's been a while, right?
Yeah,
since
but
you've
still,
been over
I keep in contact with the kids and stuff.
Okay.
You know, I
Maybe we need to go over there and do like a reunion, have an event.
they not over there now. They don't want to see me over there
What about that
because
old
it-
management?
Yeah, because
There
the
was an
management
issue
don't
over
want to
there.
see me over there because they had mold inside of the townhomes, and one of the neighbor, she called me and said, Rosita, she called me crying.
I remember that.
She said, Rosita,
The one I met,
me
right?
and my daughter slept out in the truck last night. I said, put your clothes on. We finna handle this today. I called Gerald. I said, Gerald, we got a situation, and
Right.
I need for you to come over here. I had already warned them now. I was like, y'all don't know what I'm
You was a
capable
troublemaker.
of
You was a
now.
troublemaker now.
Y'all don't know what I'm capable
Right.
of getting done around here.
I remember
and I
that.
had you to come over here where I called, went to one of the other apartment complexes and got the owner's
Came
number.
over, right.
Because didn't nobody know the owner.
So you stood up. That's
Yeah.
what, it was that. It wasn't hard,
I even
right?
had the folks out there that could shut them down. So they made them fix up that whole, everything is remodeled and stuff up
So
there.
have you been out there lately, see how it looked? Or it's probably new management.
Well, I don't know, but last I heard the manager was picking flowers or something.
Picking flowers. Hey,
She was
Greg.
picking flowers or something. They like demoted her. She was like over the flower beds or something.
Greg, I do apologize, man, for not calling you or whatever. So I definitely will get you to call in on next week. Some things, some complications came up or whatever. So, Greg, I do apologize because Greg Robert, who's in the Virgin Islands,
Yes.
went through
Hi, Greg.
went through the hurricane.
Yes.
And as of right now, there's still no power.
Oh, wow.
You know, so he was supposed to call in and explain his story and and he's a preacher, talking to this man. It's like, wow, they still go, because the media's not talking about it no more. They don't care.
How much time do we get?
We got like 5 minutes.
Okay, talk fast like I be doing.
Right. His story
'Cause
is way more than 5
Exactly,
minutes. Rosita. You know what I'm saying?
exactly.
So next
So-
week, I'm going to have him call in, and it's sad on what he's going through.
Yes,
and
it is.
I don't know if you knew Ifat Muhammad. She used to
No.
be in New Order, but she's from the Virgin Islands, and she was stuck over there. She just flew back from the Virgin Islands. She said,
Ask him
"Rose,
what's his information, you know, for his.
yeah, Greg,
you know-
again, I will get you next week. I deeply apologize. I will call you when I get offline. But we're praying for you, bro, because I know it's not easy because we go
Yeah,
home
we're
with lights
praying
and
for
TV
you.
and air conditioning. Right now, they're lost. 45 don't care. That's a part of the U.S. It's sad how they treating our people.
Yes, it is very sad.
It's very sad. It really put a tear in my eye. When I had a conversation with him, it was like, whoa. It's sad, sis. Because me and you going,
Is there
when you
any,
leave here, you
is
going
there
to.
any information? I'm
I
sorry
can
to
get
cut
it
you
from
out,
him.
but where you can announce right now where somebody can help him, you know, in some type of way with food or something.
Well, you know what? I do have his contact, but if you want to get a hold of Greg, please call New Order at 1-800-346-5138, and I will give Greg, give him this number.
Yeah.
Because it's you going to a studio with lights. Look, we're in here with lights, air conditioning. They're not like that right now.
Yeah,
That's how it is. How it is. So, but we got about a couple minutes into the show. We got about 3 minutes. Give out a couple announcements. You got anything? I know you got so much coming up. Go at it.
Ooh, I got.
Woo! Almost blew
I got a movie shoot tomorrow. That's gonna be
Congratulations.
fun.
So when
and
you blow up, you ain't gonna forget about me, right?
I'm not gonna forget about nobody that's a real friend.
Okay.
And they're basically people I care about, people that's real friend. I'm not gonna forget about nobody, even my haters. Because I'm gonna remember not to do anything for them.
I got Greg's number.
Okay.
Let me give out his number right quick.
Yeah.
If you want to contact Greg or help Greg, he's in the Virgin Islands. His number is 340-514-9750. That's 340-514-9750. We praying for you, bro. Go ahead, Rosita.
Yes. So, we're praying for you, Greg. And it's another movie shoot I have, Devastation, where I written a wedding song, and I'm acting as the wedding singer with my original wedding song that I wrote. And I go in the studio today to record a song for a stage play that I'm going to be in.
That's cool, man.
So,
That's cool.
So I'm just honored that people be calling me for different things, and it's a blessing.
That means you're doing the work.
Yeah.
That means you're doing the work, because if anybody calling you, that means you're not doing nothing. So
Yeah.
I get a lot of calls as well, but I'm gonna stay humble though.
Yeah.
Because God could easily take this away.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Because the devil comes sometimes. They try to come after me. You know, it might be through somebody sending me nasty inbox messages and this and that and all that. What I do, it goes with the territory.
Yeah.
And I'm used to it.
Yeah.
But you ain't gonna break me down. I know that.
Exactly.
Because the bloodline is too strong. The last name Rose.
Exactly.
You know, so they can forget that. But anyway, also I want to give information about the organization. Visit our website at www.nonhro.org. Call us 1-800-346-5138. Do you give out your contact number, or anybody want to book you for anything?
I really don't want to give my number. Okay. I got some stalkers.
I appreciate that. You notice I didn't give out my cell number? I got an 800 number now, so I'm with it. Okay.
I need to give you a 1-800 number. But you can contact me, Rosita Cooper 74@gmail.com. That's ROSITA COOPER 74@gmail.com.
No, I take that seriously, because people, it's like when I travel, like, well, you need security. I really don't think about it, but I know the severity of it, because I had a stalker when I went to New Orleans. When I went out there, spoke on a racial issue. So when I got to Baton Rouge, this white lady called me, thinking, first of all, you talking to me like I just got started in this to come back.
I seen that post.
Yeah, you ain't about to set me up.
Yes.
Yeah, so I understand. So that's why I don't give out my cell number no more. Yeah. We got about 1 minute. We got 1 minute. Give us some encouraging words right quick.
Basically, I feel as though everybody just love. It's all about love. Reach out to someone, help people, help someone. It's good to think about yourself, and you should always put yourself first, other than if you have kids and God, but love and help.
You sound like that old guy with Soul Train. Love and soul. Remember that?
Love and soul.
Leave me alone. You telling my age, y'all. Yeah. Oh, it's been good.
A little bitty.
Right. It's been good. Next week, again, I might not be in the studio, because one thing about New Order, when someone's down, someone steps up, because I got to be doing the work in the community. I love to do these radio interviews, but I'd rather be out in the community, so I'm going to be at the march, and a representative from New Order will be in here doing the radio show. It's not I, as we. To my New Order family, New Order for life. And this has been good. Real talk with New Order, and God is good. Yes. Now you're on your way to an event, right?
Well, to the studio.
Okay.
Yes, studio. And peace and love, y'all.
Right.
Peace.
It's been real. Peace. What's up, Facebook? I just want to let you all for listening. Greg, bro, I'm going to start getting out your information. And
hi,
God bless you all. And New Order for life. Peace. Now, we about to take a picture. We take them shoes off. You ain't going to be like this. Because we going to stand right here. Chris.
You wasn't never put out. See, I'm still live, so they heard you. I'm taller than him, y'all. So he trying to, look. I don't need to cover your face up.
No, sit down. What's going on?
Look. He gonna tell me I gotta take off my heels because I'm too tall to take a picture.
Take a picture. I appreciate that, Rosie. Much love. We had 2 videos and we hung out together. That was tight, man. So,
yes, we're gonna have to do this more often. Cool. I'm gonna start being more active and stuff, because basically I was working regular job.
No, you're doing your part in the community. I mean, you're doing your thing. It might be a different agenda, so you're doing your part.
Yeah, but I'm still gonna come out to
take these off.
I'm not taking my shoes off, because we gotta take a picture. Y'all gotta get my shoes
down
too.
Huh? We're gonna take a picture sitting down here. Sit right there. We're gonna grab the camera. Hey,
he's still trying to make me take off my shoes, y'all. I don't like my feet touching the floor.
Grab that chair right there. Grab that chair. We gonna sit down. You gonna sit down. You still like cut the camera. We about to
no, I'm gonna let them hear you talk mess to me.
Well, I gotta go get the.
Let them hear you talk mess to me.
What's up, bro? Okay. Alright, my bad. Chris, grab this picture right here. We gonna sit down this.
I am once again at Love860. Yeah.
Come on,
okay.
Sit right there.